So you're gonna factor this cubic, but using division. Okay, so this is the part that's the trial and error. Your constant value determines what numbers, it puts parameters on what numbers you can trial and error to substitute to see if you get an output of 0. Okay, so this is where it can get really like, what? Like, that's like really long. Okay, so every number is positive, negative. Okay, so here's what I mean. If you look at the number 24, what numbers divide into 24? Well, you have 1, 2, you have 3, you have 4, 5 is a no, you have 6, 7 is a no, you have 8, because that's 8 times 3, right? 9 is a no, 10 is a no, 11 is a no, but 12 is a yes. And then after that, you have 24. Okay, so that means if we really wanted to do a super, like say if you were like honors and we really wanted to like suck up your time on a quiz, we could give you guys a cubic where maybe it was like 8 would finally get you the 0 output. Because remember, on each of these, it is always plus or minus. So you're looking at so many possibilities. Oh wait, that's a no. This is a no. And so you can see how your math teacher will help you out on a quiz. Like, we'll give you 3 to at least say which one of the 3 is a root. And then from there, you start dividing. So we'll kind of take it down for you guys. Now, we might ask, hey, list all the possible factors. Like meaning what all the possible numbers are divided to 24. Does that kind of make sense? The 24 part, all that list of numbers. Okay, ridiculous that you would have to trial and error that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna substitute. I think it's gonna be positive 2. I think 2 might be the one. Okay, so here's the trial and error part. So if you grab a calculator, right, and if I plug in positive 1, and honestly, this is probably the easiest if you just have it set up. Oh, here, I just realized you guys might not be able to see. Okay, so I substitute positive 1, and I get negative 20. So if I substitute positive 1, my output is negative 20, so that's a fail, right? Okay, so let's try negative 1. So let me just go in, hit the negative. I'm recording, guys, just for those of you walking in late, so just kind of, you should have a graph paper in front of you. If not, let me know. Did I do that right? Negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. Okay, if I substitute negative 1, I'm going to hit equal right now. Yeah, okay. If I substitute negative 1, my output is negative 18. Okay, so that's an out. And so you can see, like, you know, you're taking a quiz or a test and you're like, I don't have time for this. I need to start dividing. So now plug in positive 2. Because remember, a root crosses at the x-axis. A root, a solution, a 0 is an x-intercept. And there's my 0. So when x is 2, my output is 0. So that's your root. That's one of your factors. Okay. So that means if I let x equal positive 2, my output is 0. So that's a factor. So if it's x plus 2, what's going to be my binomial that I'm going to divide by? What am I going to grab? What is going to be my binomial? How do I represent x equal positive 2 as a bi? What do you guys think? Inverse operate it, and what do you get? Inverse operate the 2. Oh.
-2.
-2. So your binomial factor that you're going to divide by becomes x minus 2. And that's what I'm going to divide into there. So when you guys actually quiz off of this and you have to divide, I'll let you guys know. I'll give you one number that fails, and I'll give you one number that actually is a 0. So that way you guys see why you choose one over the other. Okay. Okay, how's that? Yeah? Kind of reasonable? Okay, so now we divide. Okay, keep going then. All right. So if I all right, so here we go. Let's build our quotient. What times x to the 1, and remember this is really an x to the 1, gives me x cubed. So how many more x's do I need? 2, right. Okay, now if you don't want to have that conversation in your head, remember just build your ratio, take your dividend term, take your divisor term, and reduce, and you're left with x squared, and that's what you put in the quotient term. Yeah? Okay, so now you're going to multiply. You're in distributive property, right? So x squared times x1 is x cubed, and notice they're identical. That has to be the case. X squared times -2, -2x squared. And now you come in with the subtraction. You switch the signs, because we're subtracting. And so here's my opposite. And so what's 5 plus 2? 7. Bring down the -2x, and then we restart the process. So factoring cubics by dividing, it's really not that bad. It's very, very quick. Once you get comfortable with division, it's actually easy. It's coming up with this binomial factor. That's the irritating part. If, say, your trial and error is giving you rejection, and then all of a sudden you finally get the 0, then it's easy, you just move forward. Okay, 7x squared x. What do I need to multiply by 2x to get 7x squared? What do I multiply by? What do you think, Sophia? X to the 1, but what's my coefficient? 7, right. So it would be 7x, right? But if you want to make your ratio, 7x squared divided by x to the 1, 7x, and that's what I have, right? And now distribute. So 7x times x is 7x squared. It's perfectly identical. 7x times -2, -14x. And now you're going to switch the sign. So subtract, add, combine downward. And so you get 0. And I get positive 12x. Bring down that constant term, and then restart the process for the last time. And your remainder should be 0. Okay, what do I multiply by? What's my next term in the quotient? What times x gives me 12x? 12, very good. So, right, and remember, if you want to make the ratio, remember no space. Oh no, not totally. Okay, 12x divided by x, there's my 12, right? Perfect. Okay, so 12 times x, positive 12x. 12 times negative 2, negative 24. See how they totally match? I am going to get my 0 remainder. And so x minus 2, x squared plus 7x plus 12. Okay, if you give me this, you're awesome. It's beautiful. Let's see if I can get everything. Well, I can't get the directions. Okay, and you factored it. However, when you guys take your quiz, I'm going to have it as extra credit if you can just go one more step and factor this quadratic. Remember, this is a linear root. This is a quadratic root. This cubic can actually get factored into 3 linear. So, if you want to go one step further, look at your C value. It's 12. My B is 7. What two numbers multiply to 12 but add up to 7?
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Perfect. So, then x minus 2, x plus 3. It doesn't matter the order. X plus 4. And so that is your 3 linear roots. So she got the 3 and 4 from, if say you were to do magic X, and this is the C value, this is the 7, 3 and 4. This is where she put that. Yeah? Okay, I'll stop the video. I'm going to give you one on screen. You can practice it. I'll tell you which one is the correct root, and you can give it a go. What is it? Okay. People should have copied, so wait. Yeah. I'm just seeing so I can stop it. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video. Yeah? Yeah, okay.